What's up, gang? How everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good, cause I am. Yeah, we up, and we live and direct. Now, I've been getting a lot of comments and stuff, and people be like, "Man, Tregang, look into some more cases, man, and look into some Lisa Lamb and stuff, and some Jalen Day." Yeah, I did. You know what I'm talking about? I was doing a little investigation on that. You know what I'm talking about? And and it's funny, y'all, that Kanika Jenkins case kind of opened my eyes up, like with the Lisa Lamb case, the Kendrick Johnson case, the Jalen Day case, the Jordan Billboard case. You know, all them cases was always like mystery cases and stuff. But I started my own, you know, what I'm talking about. Y'all already know. I told y'all Trey ain't finna start his own investigation network, you know what I'm talking about. Cause I think I got the skills and the proper tools to, you know what I'm saying, contribute. And I think I could be a factor in helping these families out with their cases and stuff. But you know one thing that I was looking into of the Kanika Jenkins case when it came to organ harvesting, right? This is what I had came across, gang. All right. Let me go here. All right. Check this out. Now, we know about Arthur Radburn, right? Arthur Radburn. He worked at the Bio Research Center that David Freeman owned, right? The Crown Plaza owner, he owned the research center. So so that means this would be his employee or business partner. Either way it go, he working for him. And we know he been locked up for mishandling body parts, trafficking body parts, abuse of corpse, and so on and so on. So when I was thinking about the Kanika Jiggy case, I remember it was doctors and college students, right? Doctors and college students. So we know organ harvesting really ain't nothing new. It's been going on. You could talk. You could even read about it in the Bible. They've been doing it since in the Bible, right? But this is warehouse and all the body parts he had chopped up over about 1,600 body parts. So y'all can look up Arthur Radburn and be like and read them articles. It'll blow your mind. Like a pack of backwoods. His wife was arrested. So something interesting caught my eye, right? As I was reading and scanning through the articles, right? And keep this in mind, most of their victims gonna be African American, mostly black, Mexican, Chinese, right? So this what I had in common, right? These gonna be the minority of the people that be infected by this organ harvest, right? Hold on. Right here, blacks, Mexican, Chinese, in Irish. We know Kanika Black, Kendrick Johnson Black, Jalen Day Black, and Lisa Lamb Chinese. So, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all see how I'm finna go with this pattern, right? She was at a hotel just like Kanika, you know what I'm talking about? With the elevator footage. Think about the surveillance footage with Lisa Lamb, right? So, and check this out. Somebody already was watching her for them to control the elevators to keep the doors open. So somebody already malfunctioned the elevator while somebody, probably a staff member, you know what I'm talking about, and stalking her. She keep looking at the door. She's scared to go out there. And then you got to be looking at her emotions. She got to be terrified. You know what I'm talking about? But look at her action. How she jumps. She like, hey, I know you following me. Elevator still don't close. So just like in Crown Plaza, they don't want to release that ninth floor camera showing outside the elevators. But let me get out of that. So we already know about the employee was talking about organ harvesting, what Crown Plaza was into. So I started looking into Jalen Day, right? Let me go to Jalen Day, right? Now, before I get to that, this what I finna get to. The dude, Arthur Radburn, right? They got caught all this shit, started doing time. So when you read this right here, right? I'm finna read this to y'all. Body donation not allowed consideration. Hold on. This ain't the part. Okay, right here. Doctors and students took for dissecting bodies of the loser of society, right? One thing I know what Kanika Jenkins and Jelana Day got in common, college students. College students. It was a bunch of doctors, and you know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of doctors and college students were there, and Kanika was in the hotel missing for 21 hours, like they couldn't find her, just like Jelani Day, right? So boom, right? They be trafficking dead bodies. Until 1950, there was a minority of black Chinese, black people coming up missing, Irish people. You know what I'm saying? They were coming up missing. Hold on. All right. To reduce this body snatching, because this how hard the body snatching is, y'all. Don't y'all know organ harvesting is bigger than the drug game? It's bigger than the drug game. You know what I'm talking about? These people said how these people, these college kids be coming up, these doctors and college kids, how they be coming up with these bodies. They just told you. You know what I'm talking about? They grave robbers. You know what I'm talking about? And they some body snatchers. Right? Meaning like Jelani Day could have been the victim of body snatch for his organ. Cause shit, they talking about it was liquefied. But I'm finna break all that down. So check this out, right? They said this surely changed after the first heart transplant in 1967 that raised concern about organ harvesting. Now I didn't know this game. I ain't know this, right? So I had looked this article up about the first heart transplant that was said everything off of organs harvest. And this shit went all the way back to Africa. Africa gang. Look, on December the 3rd, 1967, 50-year-old Louise, you know what I'm saying, received first human heart transplant in the hospital of Cape Town, South Africa. Now check this out, y'all. In America, who was the first black doctor to do an open heart surgery? Transplant, you know what I'm talking about? It's like the same thing, right? So check this out. A South African was dying from a chronic disease, received a transplant from Dennis Duval, a 25-year-old woman who was fatally injured in a car accident. They said this lady who was fatally injured in a car accident, not died. She died. The surgeon Christian, you know what I'm saying, who trained at the University of Cape Town and in the United States performed the voluntary medical operation along 10 American research in the 1950. American surgeon Norman Shenway achieved the first successful heart implant in a dog at Stanford in California in 1958. Damn. So they developed a better anesthetic drug to make the transportation more vulnerable. Dr. Burns continued to perform heart transplants operation. So when I read this, to make a long story short, I looked at the story. The lady received the heart transplant, but she didn't live too far after it because the heart was infected with the disease. Right? The heart was infected with the disease. See, I was upon the impression that if you can get a heart, a trans heart, or like a new heart, a new kidney, you know what I'm saying? We gonna look at this like a new part on a car. Yeah, I got my alternator on her. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's good. That ain't the case, and when it comes to organ harvest, cause maybe the kidney won't function to the new body, and people end up shortly dying after that, right? So I started looking in Wikipedia and stuff, and this is what I found out. This is where it gets scary. So I started looking into the hospitals game. The hospital is the number one spot that these people gonna need these organs and bodies snatchers, right? So look, Don't you know how the doctors, when the babies will be born, and they always say your baby got a birth defect or something? You know what I'm saying? They'll try to say is something wrong with your baby. So you know what I'm saying? So they try to get you, you know what I'm saying, be like, yeah, let me you know what I'm saying, operate on your baby, you know what I'm saying, on your child and all this shit, right? So I started looking to all of this. Look, there was a researcher, right, was the first people to ever mention the possibility for transportation, right? So he first one that mentioned this, right, in the United States in the 1900s. He wrote on paper, you know what I'm talking about replacing disease hermit organs, right? That's including attaching the stomach, the kidneys, and the heart. So look, not having a human heart available, John James Harden and the University of Mississippi Medical Center, parts of the transit Japan into the chest of a dime. Whoa! They put a monkey heart in a board rush body. They transferred a heart of a chimpanzee into the chest of Dime Boy Rush in the early mornings of January 24, 1964. Man, that's fucked up. Heart is used and fabricated to shock the heart to restart the beat. This heart did beat Rush chest for 60 to 90 minutes. And then Rush died without regaining consciousness. Damn! So they just trying some shit on motherfuckers, right? How many of y'all know that? Y'all ain't never heard about that before? Damn! Although Harder was respected surgeon who performed the world first human to human lung transplant earlier years, right? Donald stated that Harley could feel the ice descend from a few surgeon at the Sixth Eternal Transplant Conference several weeks after attempt with the heart of a chimpanzee. Damn! They said Keith him for cross species kidney transplant. So look, gang, check this out, right? You got these people putting animal parts in our bodies, kidneys, and then they call us monkeys. But look, gang, look, it's finna get serious. Cause they said he transplanted a chimpanzee kidney to a human patient with kidney failure. This consent from Harley as Rush stepsister to sign did not include the possibility that the chimpanzee might be used. Man, this some sick ass shit. And India was the first heart surgeon to plant a pig in a human body. They called this nigga the pig heart doctor. So I'm just giving y'all a little bit of background of what's going on in these hospitals. You see what I'm saying? The world's first human heart-to-heart transplant was performed by a South African cardiosurgeon. Damn! Him in Africa? Alright. So look, all this got to start with the hospitals, back to the colleges, right? You start from the hospital to the colleges. Then you got doctors and college students, right? Then you got to go down to funeral home if you want to be successful in this kind of operation, right? In this business. Oh, then look what they doing to the kids. On June 9, 1984, Denver, Colorado was the first world successful pediatric heart transplant in Columbus Medical Centers, right, of a 4-year-old John Nathan Ford of Harlem into a 4-year-old JP a day after. What were they? 4-year-old John Nathan Ford of Harlem. Harlem child died of injury receiving a fall from a fire escape at home. So you mean to tell me this child died from a fire escape at the home, and JP was born with multiple heart defects? So let me see what's going on with this. I need to look at this case and see whether there was a murder or an accident. Cause you already know how they be staging shit like this. You know what I'm talking about? The kid just up and just, died. They already got another body on standby for this shit. This shit like it's already orchestrated, right? So boom, you already got a body to receive the parts for this. So you done went and told the family that this baby got a heart defect. Could have lied to them or anything. Just for them to get them to sign them papers and do their little research, whatever the fuck they got going on. So this was in New York. The transportation was done by Dr. Erica Rose in New York Hospital, right? The first domino heart transplant was performed, which was a patient needed a lung transplant with a healthy heart to receive a heart-lung transplant. The other original heart would be transported to someone else. Damn! So they just swapping this shit out like it's motors or something. They just like going to a junkyard, man. Let me get this power, put this on this car, you know what I'm talking about? Man, let me use your battery. Type shit, right? So they doing all these in hospitals. Same hospital that you know what I'm saying. That we gonna end up eventually going. So then I started looking into Jelani Day, right? So I was like, what's all this organizing thing about, right? So watch how I'm finna tie some of this shit together. I looked up Jelani Day, right? What happened to Jelani Day? The coroner of LaSalle County, right, confirmed they identified through dental records and DNA testing comparison. And the police had not released the cause of death. They was reported missing on the 25th in Bloomington. In response to question about delay in his identification. So they delayed on his identification. Joey Watts said on September 30th, this case is preliminary and laboratory depending on whether it is a violent crime or a property crime. A violent crime or a property crime. Keep this in mind. This how I'm finna sharpen my investigation skills. Right? You got the property line or a violent crime. So we got two options how we finna run this investigation, right? By these two little words. I'm finna show y'all my mindset of thinking and how the way I look into these kind of cases. So I'm gonna do this shit live for y'all. All right, on the upcoming court day, or whether with request of the agency have asked it for rush the process. These are a number of mechanisms and laboratories used to ensure an agency to request the consideration of the ISP strive to meet with the need through practice such as use of overtime, outsourcing, analyzed to the external laboratory to transfer cases to other ISP labs for an assistance. Watson said, okay, check this out. Man, this young man right here, look at him. Physical appearances. You know what I'm talking about? He fitted. You know what I'm saying? He don't look like he got health problem. He ain't got no health problem. He look like he well. He took care of himself, right? So check this out. Jelani Day corpse has no eyeballs. Only the sockets. Now we got eyeballs missing. All right? Keep this in mind. They found him September the 4th. But he was missing August 25th, right? How many days that is? Almost a little over a week, right? About 2 weeks, right? The report said, the report sometimes said, man, he didn't have no eyeballs, only socket. The body was reportedly missing its front top and bottom teeth. So look, he had missing front tops and bottom teeth. The autopsy performed by the private forensic pathologist suggested that his jawbone has been sawed out. His jawbone been sawed out. when you go to him, he known for what? Dismembering donated body with chainsaw. Right? All right. Boom. Now I know what his line of work and what he like to do. So I could see the tradition that handed down to doctors, college students, upcoming college student doctors and stuff like that, right? So boom, his jawbone has been sawed out. Dave's family in their term said the pathologist couldn't even find no brain, no liver, no spleen, no organs. According to the pathology report, the organ was complete liquefied. Liquefied. Now we already know liquefied from August 25th to September 4th. And the oil is already liquefied in water, right? Check this out. No brain, no organ, everything gone. The genitals was unidentified. The genitals was unidentified. Wasn't there? Was it was missing too? So all right. Foul play or not, it's assumed that Jeff Fremont of Bloomington Police said back in September, just right off the bat, was unusual. Do I want to say it was foul play suspected? We don't know. We don't know, right? It was just so unusual for someone somewhat suspicious that it just that kind of unique out of interest of, hey, this is not normally how a missing person go. We know that, right? We know no missing person ain't just finna just do all this, right? Okay. This isn't one of the scenes his body was located. We just stopped. That's just not how law enforcement work, and that's not how we work. We still going on investigation and circumstances around it, right? Keep this in mind. A violent crime or a property crime, right? With all the circumstances around it. Keep the key word in your head, right? Cause it's gonna come back later when I hit these suckers with that payout stick. All right. October 1st, the FBI is looking into the case as a potential suicide. Uh-oh. They can't rule this no accident. So they got to come up with something. Either suicide or possibly drowning. So check this out. Because of the drowning and because that's where he was located, that's where the body was located. But keep this in mind, that ain't the place that he was killed at, right? Keep in mind, wherever they found the body is not the murder scene. So it's a murder scene somewhere, right? And we need to figure out what would that murder scene would be. Let's keep reading this shit. All right. But the family does not agree with this shit. He had a sound mind. He is not troubled by anything. We had just spoken on Monday. We have a family vacation planned it for Thanksgiving. We planned that for that vacation. His mother said. The suicide theory also don't explain the missing organs. Exactly. All right. So I looked at it some more, right? Body was not missing brains and vaginal organs. Mother issued statement over autopsy report. So watch this game. He in college. I know a little information that he in college, he doing something for himself. And you know what I'm saying? And he into some kind of, you know what I'm saying, health, you know what I'm saying, law, you know what I'm saying, getting his law I guess his medical degree or something. It got to do with something with medical, right? It's doing something with medical. So keep this in mind about his friends. Cause you know on college campus who he hung around with, who he spent most of his time with when he on campus, who he studied with, what female have he dated. You know what I'm talking about? What's his normal activity? Do he go to college parties? Do he socialize with other college kids in different colleges around? Cause you know college kids, they like they like they like to party too. They go to clubs, they go to these sororities events. They well more active than we are. So look, he was a medical student, right? So check this out. They released the details of the coroner officer that they reported missing on the 25th and wasn't until September the 22 when she received the confirmation of the body received. So they found the body on the 4th and waiting on them to ID and see if there's him so they can tell the mom. All right. So the family got the private attorney. I mean, they hired them a private forensic pathologist. And he said he couldn't find no brain, according to they and her attorney, no organs either. Liver, no spleen, none of this. They couldn't find none of this. So you got the crooked coroner trying to say, yeah, they was there, they just liquefied. And these people talking about shit. We don't see them. Where they at? So, all right. So now you got some covering up going on. So, all right. We already know about Kendra Johnson and Jalen Day. That what made me just really just start getting interested in it now. Cause now I done caught fire. I done caught fire. Cause we know what the surveillance tape showed with Kendra Johnson. Just like Kanika Jenkins. Time skipping and computer glitches. Right? Same as Lisa Lamb. See what I'm talking about? Elevator glitches and camera glitches. All right. Boom. You got this. He was a grad student, right? He didn't show up for class. The teacher called. Keep this in mind about the teacher. The teacher was already on alert. Like, oh my God, Jalen Davis not here. Something isn't right. That would be kind of strange for your teacher would be on alert like that. Well, we're not just necessary, but not to the point to be thinking about the police. You see what I'm saying? Thinking about somebody missing. So think about what the teacher said. Where I was at, and the professor, after he didn't show up for class for several days. Okay. I thought it was the same day, cause shit. Cause I thought if he came up, he didn't show up for class on the 24th. Why they reported missing on the 25th if the professor say he didn't show up for class for several days? So y'all see how inconsistent the fuckery that's going on with these articles, right? So boom, that just made the teacher look more strange to me now. He was obtaining to get his degree in speaking pathology. Whoa! So you mean to tell me he was studying the same thing? So he wanted to be a pathologist? Y'all see how strong that connection is now? So he's studying to be a pathologist, and this what this nigga do. You see what I'm saying? Oh shit. So now I'm thinking some people that he now I'm thinking about this. If he going to college for this, somebody was around him that's taking the same majors that he is, or a teacher that's teaching him, somebody in the same field, somebody in the same fucking field is in the organ harvesting. Somebody's linked to organ harvesting where this man is. Cause he's studying the same thing that organ harvest people getting in trouble for. Okay, let's read a little more. So now they got the whole narrative of the timeline when he went to the coffee shop and it was around about 7 at the Starbucks, Illinois State University at 7:20. He was expected to class to the afternoon. Jalen would catch on security cameras, you know what I'm talking about, again, where he was wearing the Jimi Hendrix shirt and all this. He left the campus without a dress clothes when he had for his appointment that afternoon. Was he with texting someone on his cell phone? If so, what did the text message say? Keep this in mind about the phone. Somebody found the phone in the street, I guess, and took the phone and got some money off the phone. So that's a suspect. They need to go back and get that person who found the phone and took it and sold the phone for about $80, I believe, some shit like that. Okay, that would be the link because you would have phone data of the text message. So the police can actually pull that up if they did a thorough investigation. Is go to the phone company and make them surrender all the phone data that was on the line, right? You know how like police do wire taps, phone taps, and intercept all the calls and text messages like that. Okay. Remember, you got to think about his friends, his college friends, his teachers, you know what I'm saying, and everything that come along with it. So they found the wallet, an iPhone, and other items in several locations. Remember, I'm gonna just show y'all. And this and body was found on the Bank River, upstream from the car. What? Upstream, guys. So we thinking upstream, think of up and south. And we gonna do the layout. All right. Now I can get to this, the Google map. Before I get to Google map, let me show you what uh-oh. Was he was on the Kanika Jiggy case and he had to delete his shit. And I found the flaws when he came to when he was talking about the body supposed to be frozen and all this and how much the heat supposed to be in the body. Y'all know how I broke that down and they took that shit down, right? Cause that shit what he was saying was lying. So look, check this out. August 25th, he didn't show up, right? August 25th, he didn't show up for school. So he went to the campus, right? And he found in the riverbank, right? Right up in here, guys. He was an Illinois grad student according to how long let me go to her. All right. Now watch how they finna do this game. This the car he was driving. Alright, this is where we finna start. Now y'all see I got my map up too, right? Y'all see I got my map up here too, right? Bloomingdale down here. Right? This gonna be Bloomingdale. Right? So check this out. Jalen was last seen right here down at the screen at Bloomingdale. His car was found at the top of the screen in in Illinois by the YMCA, right? And here go the YMCA right here. Y'all see that? Here go the YMCA right here. Now, watch this watch how I'm finna play. I need y'all to pay close attention to what I'm finna show y'all. So boom. The car found right here, and the wallet found a couple of blocks. Oh, right? So you got his car right here, and you got the wallet found on a couple of blocks. And his body was discovered right here. So from Illinois, his body was discovered from right here by the bridge. Right here by the bridge, right? So his body was found right here. His car was right here in the wooded area. And his wallet was found over here. So check this out. This is our area. Watch how we finna break this shit down. And notice, and notice this. He didn't want to get a little closer and show y'all what the area really looked like. Because after when I did my investigation about what the mama said, it was two college kids that discovered his clothes. And then they lawyer up when the mama want to talk to him. And then the police did not tell the mother about who found his phone and who sold it, right? Because you could probably link them two college kids back to the person who found the phone, right? So check this out. This is what I got out of this. So he drove 60 miles from Bloomington, right? He drove from Bloomington, right? All the way to here. And to be on a nuttage college ground. So he at another college. So you here at another college, your wallet was found somewhere in here, meaning that he went over somebody else's house, another college student house or something. Cause this is area, this ain't no gang banging, this ain't no trap, this ain't, you know what I'm saying, no area that you would just be seeing, you know what I'm saying, criminals and robbers and all around. It's gonna be strictly college kids, doctors, professors, and all this in the area. But I see one funeral home here, and there's another one up here somewhere. It's two of them on the same block. I just gotta find it. So, what I'm basically saying, if he drove all the way from Bloomington, he was coming to see somebody. He drove, right? So once he got here to whoever, he kicked it with them folks. Right? Hold on, gang. So check this out, right? So look. So look. He drove from up here. His body is found right here. So his body was found right here. Car found up here. And the wallet found right here. But check this out, right? In this area, we need to focus on this area. I started looking around the area like, okay, I see how to look at the map now. Because you got to think about it. So, this is what I did. I heard what the mother said, right? I'm gonna play the video for y'all.
Para las que disfrutan en pareja. En Didi Food hay de todo para todos.
All right, this where the mama at. This where the car was. This where the body was discovered. Right here. This where the car was at. Up here, and the wallet was found over here. But the mama now right here on the other side of the bridge on 351 bridge, right? This where they at. Cause look, it gonna turn into a bridge. Cause you crossing over the water, right? Y'all see that? Check this out. This where they at. And I want y'all to pay close attention. Cause this the biggest delivery that I'm trying to prove.
This is a path, and they're saying that they came, that Jelani drove his car right through here. There's a trail here. So they're saying that he drove his car, came down this street, drove his car through this trail. Okay, so you can still see like this tire mark around right here, and the things rolled over here.
They say he drove the car.
They say he drove his car up in here. See how these is this is what was down when we came. This is from the car being drove through here.
This car came out with you? Yeah.
This is where the car came through.
What kind of car was it?
He has a 2010 Chrysler 300.
How deep in?
Oh, come up. He's all the way up in here. But his car was parked right here because if you see this opening right here,
Yes.
right here. His car was parked right here. When we stood at this opening up here, this is where we looked down and saw the car.
So you look down from up there and
We
so
look
that's
down.
the wires up over there?
That's the ivy. The Y is over here. Yes.
And you look down and
And
saw
we
the
looked
car.
when we got here that night. The police showed us the car was right here. They had to take his car and pull it up
there.
pull
On
the
a crane
cable
or
up there
something?
on a tow truck. Yeah, they pulled it up. See how these sticks and stuff is down? That's from Jelani's car.
Check this out. Now look, they say they had to pull out a cable to pull the car out. But guess what else she finna say? After all that, they ain't even damaged the car, scratched the car, or nothing.
They pulled it up this hill and put it on the bed of the truck.
So were there windshield cracked?
There was nothing cracked.
Door?
Nothing.
Dents in the car?
No.
So the car was basically intact?
It was intact. And the only thing that was wrong with the car, the license plates had been pulled off.
The front grille of the car?
The front grille wasn't nothing wrong with the
back?
No.
Inner
nothing.
door windows was intact?
Everything was intact.
He came through all of that.
All of this.
And the car is intact?
The car was intact. And they
Somebody
said,
got to know about this spot.
Absolutely
You see that
impossible.
neighbor up there that we talked to?
I seen it. Whoever brought him here, they knew of this area. You wouldn't have knew to drive and come on down that street and come in here.
So look, damn, I had my microphone out, gang. My bad. So the car right here, his body was found right here. His wallet was found in this area. So if they found this car the next day and they didn't find his body till a week and a half later, and they got moved, they found his possession over here. So that means he was still somewhere else in this area. Could have been possibly, if they were doing organ harvest and shit like this, they could have been at a funeral home that's in the area. Cause you got 2 funeral homes on this block, right? You see what I'm saying? So check this out. You just look at the surroundings. This is where a lot of people gonna be staying on campus, professors. You know what I'm talking about? This would be kind of odd to be having a funeral home, man. You know what I'm saying? Here go the other funeral home, right? All right. You can look closely at the funeral home. So boom, he was somewhere missing before this, before he was found. I'ma say that somebody, wherever he was at, somebody drove his car from over here. Look, so somebody, he had met up with somebody from over here. So they drove this car to over here, right? So while they drove his car was over here, he had to still been in this area, right? Cause once you go right down here, this where the family at.
To know anything about remains. They've since found the remains of her supposed attacker. Exactly. Yet we're still here without any
Hold on, y'all.
Yourself.
Somebody knows something. This is not so. So fresh, I've been freezing up. Got up,
enforcement community.
Justice for Jelani!
Justice for Jelani!
So this area is where the clothing was found. So this is the Illinois Route 351 bridge, okay? And just on the east side.
All right, y'all see that? This Illinois Route 351 bridge, right? This the 351 bridge right here. Right. I'm finna, if y'all see my mouth, then y'all don't think y'all can see my mouth. But right here is the 351 bridge. We gonna start from right here, cause this the Illinois River. Now check this out. This the bridge. This the Illinois River. Remember when we first read about, is this gonna be a value crime or a property crime, right? Because I'm quite sure if they did something to his body up there where the at the college campus is there, where the funeral home is, you know what I'm saying, man? They could either took the organs up there or came on somebody else's property. Cause look, this where we at, right here where this bridge is, right? It's still the Illinois River. Cause check this out. Once you follow this river right here, this where the body gonna be found at, right? Y'all see that? From right here. From right up in from right here where they say they found the body. From right here, and here go the other bridge. So boom. Guess what I found out, right? And I want y'all to look at this closely. So when you cross over this bridge, right? Notice before you get to there, you got a road right here. So you follow that road all the way down. Check this out, y'all. You follow that John all the way down. Boom. Still gonna lead to the Illinois River, right? So you got a lake right here.
On the north shore bank is where his clothing was found. If you look here, this access road where the gate is blocked off is owned by the state, okay? It was open in August and early September because the state, IDOT, I believe, was dumping.
Now y'all heard what the lady said? This gate was open September and August. For whatever strange reason, they said they come and dump things back here. The state dump stuff back here, right? What do they actually dump? If you look at the site, you don't see like big barrels of trash and you know what I'm saying? And what would they be dumping right here? That's the question. And it's owned by who? The state. Right? The states. So watch this.
They dump things back there, they own that. Okay. So it would have been open. So you could, before the river was flooded, you could drive back there and that road kind of ends right where it meets the river, just on the west side of the bridge.
Okay,
So they would have had to walk underneath the bridge to get to where the clothing was, just on the east side.
We were at the foothill of the YMCA where the car drove in. You all were at the top of the parking lot of the YMCA where the family saw the car. So we were at the same spot in two different locations. This is where the had taken me to show me where State Road begins, where the clothes were found. The family has had some discrepancy because of the inconsistency and the total disastrous different coordinates to where the body was found, where clothes were found.
So look, we already know where they said they found the clothes at, someone was in the car, know where they found the wallet at, and we know the person said they found the phone too. Check this out. Guess what this do? If you cross this river, right? Just say you cross this river, boom, 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 boom. You can go up. Once you go up, I start looking at some of the roads. So this the bridge, right? So that means, bam, if I come out the city from this way, I can travel on one of these streets right here. And I could just come across all the way over here to bring the body and can stage it if I want to, right? So I could take the back street down here. Nobody would never know about this, right? Because it's like an introduction area. But keep this in mind, you right in the centerpiece right here. The car was right here, right? Car was right up in this area. The clothes were found in this area. The river is right here. This the bridge 351 where the family on, right? So right across from this bridge is where the body gonna be at right here. So I was like, well, look, how would they end up at the riverbank system then? So I started checking out little routes. I know one thing what you can do, you could jump on this route, right? You can, like you got a railroad right here, right? Just say like from this town, you could come through this town, right? Which way I went to last time. But make a long story short, it's a street right here, a trail. Here go the trail. All right, that's what I need, the trail. That trail take you up under this bridge. Now you up under the bridge. So now look, now you down here. This where I want to follow this trail right here. Y'all see the trail? Let's follow it. Because it's going along aside the riverbank. Keep this in mind. His body, if his body in the river, he wouldn't have been in this location if he was in this location for a while. Because he would have floated all the way down the Illinois River, right? So boom. Where I was at with my trail at, where my trail at? I just lost the trail. Here it go. So boom, you follow this trail. This trail finna lead you all the way, right? Keep all going. Now, I was looking into all of this and see who owns this, to see who people who all stay here and shit. So I just kept following the trail. Boom, 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 boom. Keep going. It's there, right? Look where you coming across to. Boom. This the end of the trail, right? Now y'all see where I'm going with this? So boom, that trail could lead right here. And could have disposed the body and it would flow to this area. Cause they said he right up in here somewhere. But the car is up here. The clothes is over here. And the family is right here. Then when you look at the Illinois River, I was just scrolling, just like, okay, the river go all the way right here. So that means if he was in the river, gotta come back up to right here. He would have been floating all the way down here. See that? Where you gonna people would have been seeing the body. Somebody would have saw it. So boom. He would have been floating. That current would have took him all the way down here. And we know this is running water. So this is running water, right? Look, you would have swam, you would have had to come through all her Spring Valley, all the way to the Mississippi River. Cause this current go down south. This going up. The water don't go this way. It go down. So once you follow the river system, it goes all the way down to the south. Y'all see how I got the river right here? It's going all the way down. Now we back to her. This area location. So let's look at the property owners. Since we in this area, right? They go a trail that leads to this shit. But look what's over from her, right? Cause if his body was found on this side of the bridge, let's look over here, right? Cause we got a bridge right here. So when I was looking at this, I said, man, let me look at this a little more closer. Cause if his body was found right here, I'm finna be in the place and I want to scavenge this area. So I noticed it's a trail right here. Not far from right here. So when I follow this trail, look where this trail lead me to. Mm-hmm. Keep going. Keep going. Now you got a street. Right? How you want to do this? Which way you want to go to? Right? Look where it's leading to. So I come right here. I can go this way, get on the bridge and go to the city. This way, out the public view. I mean, into public view, right? Or I can keep this way. Come on down here to Cinder Creek. Then I can turn on Cinder Creek and come to the old Country Boy Club, right? See that? Old Country Boy Club. Where you at, Old Country Boy Club? Look. Right here. This is what all the country boys come to. The rich folk. This the golf course. Right? Here go a community. Small community, big boy house, y'all see this? A church in the middle of the neighborhood. Right? Look what it all lead to. Watch this game. So we follow this trail from right here. Hold on. And boom. Look where we at now. Here still go to Illinois River, right? Where I'm at, I went too far over, gang. Let me follow that trail again. I went too far over where the body was. Boom, 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 boom. I went through here. I followed this street right here. I crossed over. Yeah, that's what I did. I crossed over to here. Yep, I crossed over to Walnut Grove here, right? Guess where I met at the bridge on 351 right here. Cause this is where we need to get to the bridge. Oh yeah, that's what I did. Oh yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did, gang. Yeah, I knew I was doing it wrong. Here go the bridge right here, gang. So once you cross over here, you could turn on this side street. You could come up to Edgewater Cabin, right? Once you go to Edgewater Cabin, right? It ain't nothing but a little boat thing, you know what I'm talking about? People come, right? You still over there in the river. So then I started looking what would be in this area. Watch this, gang. You got a big ass parking lot, right? Big ass parking lot. And you got another college right here. So what I'm basically saying, think about the lady that told the mama about some more clothing they found of Jelani Day. So you got a college right here in between these two bridges, Highway 251, Highway 351, and he was found right here. So you got a college way out the community. No communities around it. So this is what I got out of this. So if his car was found right here, somebody drove the car right here. His clothes was found right here. Then more items was found right here. So that means if he went to another college, that means when he was coming from Bloomingdale, he must have had to come over through here somewhere to another college, and they probably set him up. Cause you got a wooded area right here. You got to get him away from over this area. You know what I'm talking about? And stage everything up in here and make it look like he was in this area. But it would make a lot of sense because you got to put him in a jurisdiction where he gonna be around a number of college students. You see what I'm saying? So he met somebody, they took the car, it could have been a robbery, anything, right? For the college kid. So they took the car and had his ass somewhere for a couple of days, took the organs of what he needed, took the eyes, all this old shit, and then dropped them off right up in her. So how would they pull that off? Shit, come down the old country boy lane. Boom, come right here, get out of public view. You see what I'm saying? You come all out public view. And the college is right here. And I bet you they need them phone records to see where his phone was pinging at. Right? I appreciate the thumbs up, gang. Appreciate the thumbs up. So look, my best bet is if he was studying pathology, right? So if he skipped from his class, right? He went to another facility. Don't know the reason why, cause he changed his clothes from a button down to slacks to some shorts and a t-shirt. So whoever set him up was a doctor, a professor, and some college students. And you got to think about this can't happen in the hood because they'll really be out the ordinary. You had to take him to another college district. Another college district. And keep this in mind, they said they knew him at the coffee shop. So he could have met up with somebody at the coffee shop, right? He could have drove them there to up here to Peoria, right? So he could have met up with another professor. Cause keep this in mind, for him to be on the move like that, another professor must have to call him for him to stop doing what he's doing. It could have been something about a study, a research, or anything. I know one thing, he was like, I got to skip class for this one. You know what I'm talking about? So it had to be dealing with something. So watch this. It's traffic of boats come through here. You look at all the boat yards on here. It's a lot of goods and cargo come through this area. So somebody here dropped that body off. Won't somebody is familiar with this area right here, and they won't look out the ordinary to being in this location. Because if he was a college student, and I'm looking at the college right here, it's right in the middle of where everything happened at. If you go directly up, this is where the car was found and the clothes. So you want people to think he was in the city, up in here. Then they said he took a swim. So if he take a swim, I know he ain't even take no swim in no river. Or a lake. You got a lake right here. And it's all connected to this riverfront. So my best bet is, gang, check this out. These two interstates eventually come together right up in here. You see what I'm saying? So he could have been coming from Bloomington, came here, took this route. Hold on. And went to this college right here. Right? To this college. Something happened. So they said, oh shit, we got to drive the car somewhere. So who would be familiar with the area? Professor, college student, you know what I'm talking about? In this area. So boom, get the car. Where we gonna take the car? Cause we got a parking lot right here. Let's jump in the car, pull out the parking lot. Boom. Come out the parking lot, drive. Come all the way down, jump on 23. Then you jump on Highway 251. Then you're going to take Highway up 251, come up, boom, past the place where the body's finna be dropped off at, and park the car up in here. Don't that what make sense? They even got a truck driving. Look, that's what I'm saying. Just look at this shit. Look what's on the compound. You got a truck driving school right here. All right, but where the goddamn trucks at? So you have 18 wheelers coming through her then. Next to a college. You're gonna need to transport body parts, right? And Hermes and shit, right? That's what I said. His jawbone was sawed out. His eyes was removed. All his organ was gone. So boom, you got a big ass parking lot, a college, right? And we already know ain't no college kids standing no shit like this. These some higher up people that be staying close to the college, like the deacons and shit. You know what I'm talking about? The church board meeting, and you know what I'm saying, and all these shit, right? So look how they living out here. So boom. Bookstore, and all this is a wooded area. So all they got to do is do this. Once they get through with the body, you can follow the trail. Go in the woods. I got to find the trail through here. Cause y'all see they got tire marks going leading back to this shit. You know what I'm talking about? So you got tire marks. Look how heavy. Y'all look how heavy. I know what this, look at this shit. This shit leading all the way back here in the woods. Then when you go on the other side of the woods, look who stay on the other side of this motherfucker. See this? And watch this. All these people got. So listen to what the mama said.
So we're putting this information together. So I know it's confusing for you. It's been confusing for the family, and that's why they're asking for information. We're 3 miles from where the car was found by the YMCA to this location. They're saying another 1.5 miles from the close, and the ID and the lanyard were in different places, and the license plates have been removed from the car. And the conversation we're having out here in the wilderness on a state road, the family has not been afforded this opportunity to talk with responsible people in the law enforcement community or from the Illinois Attorney General on where is the state of the investigation. We're coming up on day 60, and the family is grief-stricken. They found out the same time as you what the coroner is purporting to be the cause of death. That was very low life in our
Por ti, cuéstame.
Now watch what she gonna say, right? Cause they finna go up under the bridge. Hold on. Check this out, gang. This is what I'm thinking about the whole Jelani Day. Jelani Day don't got no enemies. He don't hang in the streets. And he don't hang with gang members, prostitution, drug dealers, thieves, none of that. He only surrounded by college kids. That's all he's surrounded by. So if anybody want to do something to him, it's going to be somebody that's around him. Right? Like I said, it could be some of his, it could be, he could have been set up to thinking he finna get into the sorority, to the frat brothers, right? Because y'all know the shit they do. Y'all know that shit they be doing when it comes to the sorority, right? I just read an article, a dude died joining in to these sororities. You know what I'm talking about? So look, he could have been trying to be one of those alpha males, right? And somebody set him up like, yeah, look, come to one of these secret meetings and locations. Whatever kind of rituals they do. You know what I'm talking about? Just say like, I know the bone, what that is, the bone skulls. I know they have meetings in the cemetery at night. They got people sleeping in caskets with rats and snakes to test their fears and stuff like that, right? So they up under this bridge. So this what the college students took and said they found some more clothing in this area, right? So look, if they found some more clothes in this area where the bridge at, let me spin this around again. All right. From where his car at, you got a hospital right here, right? You got a hospital right here. What kind of hospital this is? What? Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Oh, no. They don't supposed to have this type of... Oh, that's a veterinary hospital. I finna say. But look, I wouldn't even put that surprise shit. They was already putting pigs in people, Hermes and shit. Ah, okay, so I'm gonna look more into this. Cause if they already using animal pods on us, they could be doing this shit at a dog shelter. You know what I'm talking about? Cause they sure be giving the dog shelter big boy goddamn it bands and shit. Grants, $100,000 million grant. So shit. So all right. So the car was found in this wooded area. And he walked all the way down from right here. And the mama now is over here in this area. So check this out. Since they over here in this area, listen what she finna say.
Where this clothing was found is a mile away up the river from where the body was found. And my thing is, if the police, when they did the search with the Illinois Search and Rescue, why would they stop them from coming a mile and a half up the river and see that there were clothes up here to find other evidence? They didn't do their job. None of this makes sense. So I need you to see it for yourself. See it for yourself. None of this makes sense. Why would my son come anywhere where his clothes would, even if his clothes floated to this area, why would he come down here and even take his clothes off? See this for yourself. It doesn't make sense. You just came from an area where his car was parked. This is the area where his clothing was found. And his body was found up the river, down the river?
See it for you.
See it for yourself and understand why I'm asking for the Illinois Attorney General. Understand why I'm asking for the FBI. Understand why I'm asking for the Department of Justice. Understand why I'm saying that Bloomington and Peru and LaSalle and the sheriff office and everybody that was down here on September 4th did not do their job.
See it for you.
See it for yourself.
Somebody knows something. This is not suicide. Somebody knows something. $20,000 has now been put up by two different people for rewards for information. $20,000.
Ask the witnesses who came down here and found the clothing. Why would they even come down here? See it for yourself.
Ask them.
She talking about the college kids, right? The college kids. So look, she's saying this where the body was found. This where the clothing was found. Right up in here. Because they on this bridge. Right? But we know what's in the centerpiece. Right here, right? We know who in the centerpiece. Damn, where is it? Right here. Damn, what I went to? Right here, I ain't go down enough. So we got this college right here in this centerpiece. Right in the middle of this shit. Cause the body gonna be this way. Right here to this bridge. And you're gonna have clothes directly right here. And look where it's close by. The fucking college. You see what I'm saying? No wonder why the college was able to retrieve the clothes. They found the clothes right up in here. Now that make a whole lot of sense to me. So you split it up. Drop some evidence off right here. And drop some evidence off right here. And keep everything away from over here. That's the way I'm looking at this shit now. That's the way I'm looking at it. Cause she's standing right up under this bridge. And we know you got communities here, right? You got people stay here. Then look on the other side of this river, right? Right? They said they had to walk down. Then you could come through this way and go through this trail right here. You see that trail? You see what I'm saying? You got to keep following that trail. That trail still gonna lead right to the riverfront. So it would make sense if all they got to do is, if they know somebody right here, or you know what I'm saying, or the killer, or the butcher, all he just got to do is just shit, come down one of these streets. If he stays somewhere right up in here, he ain't got to do nothing but jump on a boat and plant evidence over there. You know what I'm talking about? And then come down here, right? Look, then you come down right here and put the man body right here. I'm seeing how this shit going now. I'm seeing the connection. Cause Bloomingville down here, this what Bloomingville at. So he drove from over here. If he do, he got to jump on the highway. Most likely he'll be coming down North Columbus. So he'll be coming down North Columbus and jump on 71. So he'll jump on 71, right? And look, he can either keep on 71, boom, come across this bridge, because this the route that he gonna have to come to get through her. So when he come through her, he had to get off her, turn somewhere up in her to get for his car to be right here. So it wouldn't make no sense of where he would be going. It ain't no goddamn favorite donut shop he'll go to over here in this area. And his family said he don't hang like that in this area. He wouldn't know nothing about this area. So it's got to be related to what he do and what he loves the most is body parts. Man, he could have went to one of those meetings and they could have been like, yeah, we got some, you know what I'm saying, some body parts here. I want you to come and check them out. And next thing you know, in the meeting, they could have drugged them up and passed them out and started doing operations and hold him for a couple of days while the police talking about they doing the investigation. They located the car, but they didn't find him and they found all his clothing. Then when they took the body parts, they had to decompose the body. Cause look, they rushed the process of the body for the body to be decomposed, right? But the weather wasn't that bad for the body to be rushed. You know what I'm saying? What you call it for it to be decomposed, right? It ain't like he was left out in the fucking desert and you know what I'm saying? He was in water and didn't even float south. He ain't even, you know, I'm talking about, they talking about drown. If he would have drowned, he would have, goddamn it, would have been flown all the way down to the goddamn Mississippi River. And body still would have been intact. So what they did, y'all know these people know more about the body. They could have pulled acid, some kind of chemicals on the body, you know what I'm saying, to get rid of all the evidence. You know what I'm saying? Made it decompose. They got the chemicals, they got the mindset to do this shit. So when you go and look at the body, be like, damn, it's so deeply decomposed, we can't even do a DNA or a test sample on it. That means it was hard for you to get DNA and samples and tests out like this, so it must have been a compound of chemicals that could trace back to what caused the breakdown in the tissues. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Cause he never skipped class. For this particular reason, he skipped the class. And quite sure he met up with somebody. Check this out. I was watching somebody that was covering the case a long time ago on the Jalen Day case. And he said this here. Because some truth came out because he did an interview with somebody that worked at the coffee shop and they said, yeah, they know Jalen. Because it ain't nothing but college kids working at the coffee shop. You know what I'm talking about? Did he smoke? You know what I'm talking about? At the weed dispensary, whatever he was doing, because they said he was at the weed dispensary too. If I'm not mistaken. So he had to pick somebody up, or somebody informed him was like, hey, meet me up here at the weed dispensary or the coffee shop. Next thing you know, they could have been You know what I'm saying? Watch it pull in. And next thing you know, check this out. They could have called him on the phone, be like, yeah, man, we in this car right here. Follow up. Y'all know how like when we go meet somebody at the store or something, yeah, hey bro, where you at? Yeah, I'm in the parking lot. You pull in the parking lot, you see your partner, you know the train headed back to where y'all finna go. So nobody didn't necessarily have to get in the car with him. They could have just been trailing him. Come on, trail us. And they could have drove, look. He could have actually drove to this location himself. Cause if his mother said they said he drove his car up here. If that's the case, if he actually did it, he was carefully doing it so he won't fuck the car up. You know what I'm talking about? So that means he was either meeting somebody, he would have to be meeting somebody, trail somebody, cause he don't tell you how many cars were there, how many time Mars were back there. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm trying to look at it from this point. They could have got him right there. He could have trailed somebody, dropped the car out right here, and they told him, man, you jumping in the car with us. So they get him in the car, right? Bring him down here to this fucking college thing. Boom. Did what they needed to do. And then brought him back and say they either brought him back to right here or they script him naked somewhere over here where the clothes would be found, threw him in the river, and they knew it. And law enforcement had to know, somebody had to know to catch the body at the end, right here. Because where would he be at? For about a week and a half. Because I'm quite sure he ain't finna be sitting at the bottom of no river and that motherfucker got current going all through it. So I'm going to tell y'all something. They couldn't have chopped him up, did nothing to him right here. Ain't no murder weapon on the scene. But you got all these wooded areas that you could use for a lake boat. You know what I'm talking about? So look, and guess what? And check this out, y'all. This another thing I would look. I just started following the Illinois River and just see where it'll take us. Cause you know, in the United States history, they never just taught you about the river system and how it flowed and cut through the United States. When they in it, they talk about body water. They always talk about Antarctica and the Pacific Ocean and all this shit. But they never did tell you about the river system. And check this out. I started looking at the river system and how the way it cut through the earth, and I made a startling discovery. But 9 times out of 10, when it comes to organ harvesting, they all connected by the river, right? Because you can dispose of bodies in the river. So look, for a prime example, I'm gonna go to Crown Plaza. Watch this, gang. Crown Plaza just right here. Now we know the organ harvesting is right up in this area, right? Look what it's gonna be. We know this what Crown Plaza at right here. Bill Mary Caddyshack. This Donna Stevenson building right here. But look behind it. The river system. And let's go back down. Boom. And let's chase this river all the way down. So look, when I think about this shit, you always gonna come up to little clubs and little country clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like for a practice, like shit like this. Right? Hold on. All these trails. Cause look, if you look at this, West Lawrence Street. You got trails all through her. That means if I was a serial killer, shit, I can commit a crime over here. Hit this town to be in a whole nother town. So check this out. Here go the river system. So I started going all the way down the river system and stuff. It goes down. If anything in the river, it gonna flood. I mean, it gonna go all the way down. We in Chicago, right? This river go all the way down, Jack. See, this motherfucker keep going all the way down. All the way to the south. Even when that mother loop up in the curve, it gonna come back down. You see what I'm saying? And let's see where we at now. So we started from all the way over here, all the way down here some motherfucking well. Damn. So here go the bridge. So look, y'all, this what I had discovered.
Ask them. There were two young white girls. They said the police officers told us that they was from ISU that were bored, that came down here because they wanted to find information to see if they can help locate anything about Jelani. Ask them why they would come down here.
That's right.
Ask them why this would be the spot that they would look at.
How?
How would they know? I need those answers. Ask them why they lawyered up right now. Ask them.
See it for yourself.
Mrs. Day.
You got the college students lawyered up. And they talking about they were born, they done discovered the man shit. They took this lady to where they found the clothes at. So these people could be friends with that man or know something about what happened to that man. Listen to that, what else she said.
He has wanted to meet the young ladies that found the clothes, to thank them personally for coming out here to seek justice for Jelani, and then is told that the young ladies are lawyered up, and so she wanted just to thank them for taking the time out, but now she's never even been able to meet the ladies. So see it for yourself. We're just trying to find answers.
There is a shortage of 500,000
Get more people involved in Rainbow Push, supporting the program to send for
That determination comes 2 months after the Illinois State University grad student went missing, and a month after his body was identified. Now, Day's mom says police didn't do enough to find her son, and she wants the FBI to get involved. And says police didn't do enough to find her son.
Man, y'all see that? Look at the background.
Identified. Now, Day's mom says
ain't no way ain't no way that he would be laying in here for about 2 weeks. It ain't flowed nowhere.
Police didn't do enough to find her son, and she wants the FBI to get involved in the investigation of his death. Here's what she told CNN's John Berman.
I need answers because the police departments that were involved in searching for my son and looking for my son and finding answers for my son failed me. They failed my child.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
That's why I don't be trusting. You know what I'm talking about? This type of shit right here. Because you never know. These people will always that have something, the main people that be having something to do with these people come up and always show up to protest and lead rallies and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Black Lives Matter! 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 When I say justice, you say for Jelani! Justice! For Jelani! Justice! For Jelani! Justice! For Jelani! Justice for Jelani! Justice for Jelani!
We're the man.
We demand
Justice.
justice
For Jelani.
for Jelani.
Now.
Now.
Our self-respect is at stake.
Our self-respect.
Our dignity is at stake. We march. For self-respect. We mean it.
Found body piece clothes. The clothing was found. The area to where the body was found. The distances between the three. None of this stuff adds up. The people, the young ladies that came down here because they were bored and found his clothes on September 21st. I want answers. How did they know where to go to look for things? I need to know the person that found his wallet, that said that they saw someone leaving and walking away and says that this person was Jelani. I just want to talk to you. I want to know the person that saw the car pull into this wooded area where Jelani's car was parked at, that didn't want to be involved. We need to talk to you. You gotta fall, speak up.
Those ain't unreasonable.
You know, I need answers. I don't want their attorneys to stop. Like I said before, this could have been your son, your brother, your cousin, your nephew. He could have been one of yours, but he was mine, and so I need answers. I deserve answers. I want answers. I need the Illinois Attorney General. I need the Department of Justice. I need the FBI, because obviously the state police didn't think it was important for them to take over. They just wanted to oversee. Now I need more than oversight. I need more than oversight. I need justice for Jelani.
I don't live in Peru. I'm sure many of you don't. And we don't have a local person here that's giving the family instruction.
This just like Lisa Lamb. So look, that Jelani Packard game, I'm gonna put a little more study into it, cause I know it's involved around some doctors and some medical students. Know that much. And those two ladies that found his clothes, they knew the area to know to go find his clothes. They either heard about it, the big talk that's on the campus, or they were actually with the people that actually done it. It's either one of those two. So that's where the police got to do the investigation and start taking statements from his friends, his teachers, and all of this. Right? So I was looking up Lisa Lamb, cause they all similar. Cause Lisa Lamb was a medical student. She was a medical student. Kanika Jenkins was a medical student. When she was finna be a registered nurse, all these people in some kind of medical field. Then, goddamn it, Kanika Jenkins, I seen that on the Winky Leak, goddamn it. I don't know how true that was, but goddamn, she supposed to be working for registered nurse. And they said Crown Plaza, but I don't know, that shit could have been Photoshop. I got to look more into that. So Lisa Lamb looked at her autopsy report. Now y'all see that she was in the water tank. Rigor mortis, right? So when they say about rigor mortis and lividity mortis, fixed it. Know what I'm talking about? We already know what fixed it mean. She in full stage of rigor mortis and lividity mortis. And remember this about, they said this how they found her body. The water started tasting funny. And the water was a different color. So if Kanika was in the pool, I'm quite sure if she defecated, the water gonna be a different color. I know it's gonna be visibly shown in the pool. So check this out. This the autopsy. Rigor has been abolished. Liver mortar is not appreciated. The skin show 1-inch scar on the right knee and a half around abrasion around her left knee. So what that means? She had scars on her knees. Like Kanika had scars and abrasion on her foot and ankles. Right? So that means she was on her knees before she got on in the water tank. When I look at the footage, right? She must have been running and fell on her knees. So all these cases is similar, like they pulling moves at hotels. This is what my eyes seeing. This shit is kind of scary. Hotel ain't safe no more. You scared to get on it. You know what I'm talking about? Cause somebody controlling the elevator doors. You got security watching you on camera. trying to see when you alone, so everything can scrape. Cause I want to know who, know do the police officer work for this hotel? Cause she talking to somebody now, trying to reason with somebody. You know what I'm talking about? And the elevator door is still open. So when I look at the Sicily Hotel, I want to know how many police officers work for security for them. This got to be a normal routine that how people get away. It's like you can have somebody check in your hotel, and you could actually have somebody in your hotel room. Now the elevator door closed when y'all see that? Now the elevator door closed. So look, you can have somebody at this hotel. And keep in mind, this Cincinnati hotel got at least about 100 murders. I went back to the 1900s, and there's a lot of people died in this hotel. All of them were died by suicide by jumping out the window. OD. You know what I'm saying? You can take somebody to the hotel, walk them out on the balcony, and push them off, and call the police and tell them, man, she committed suicide and jumped off the balcony. They can't charge you with murder because they
He
got to
heard people
prove that you
screaming
did
and
it.
saw the man.
You see what I'm saying? That's an easy murder to get a look. They had people OD. They had people that get drugged up in a room, just say like a female would be found alone, OD in a hotel room. Then you got drug paraphernalia sprinkled all around her. You don't think she was in that junk getting high by herself and OD. But somebody came and gave her that dope. You know what I'm saying? And sprinkled that dope around, make it look like she was getting high in the mother. And drugged her up and gave her a powerful cocktail and knocked her out and have a heart attack. You see what I'm saying? So shit. She got embraces on her. She got damn. She got braces on her knees and on the left knee. Wrist scar are absent. Tattoos not present. Rigor mortis been abolished. The head is covered with brown hair. There's no balding, and the hair can be described as gray. Examiner of the eyes revealed appear to be brown in colors. So her eyes, so the round of her eye was brown. See, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all about Kanika autopsy report. They had her eyes closed. But then again, Kanika's eyes could have still been open because she had a facial expression on her face. You see what I'm saying? She had a facial expression on her face, meaning that she sees something. If she had her eyes closed, she wouldn't have no facial expression. You see what I'm saying? So if her eyes were open, we could tell and have a timeline on the actual time of death. See what I'm talking about? On the actual time of death. And watch this, y'all. Y'all see what this say at the bottom? The anus the anus, and the anus where I met, the anus and the abdominal shows full of the blood. Now this in the anus area. Like when I told y'all, if Kanika defecated on herself, she would have been leaking blood too out her anus, her eyes, her ears, her nose, and her mouth. You know what I'm talking about? Cause look, you got pooling of the blood once it comes to the skin. The tissue is surrounded. All that's gonna be in a pool of blood. You didn't read none of this shit in the paperwork, in the autopsy reports about all this. What they talking about? All right. Another thing about skin slippage. Skin slippage. Y'all look up skin slippage, right? So this where she was at. She done managed to got way up in her and jump in this water tank. A crazy person won't even do this. A crazy person out of their mind won't even walk in the middle of the traffic and try to get hit by a car because they know better. I don't care how much they try to say about mental ill. Mental ill is not finna make you do all this. Since she don't do drugs or drink or nothing, you gotta bring up her mental ill. So this how she would be laying inside the water tank. So I looked at Kendra Johnson, right? So I started looking into Kendra Johnson. All these people got something. But keep this in mind, the people that we suspect of doing, they family work for the Federal Investigation Bureau, right? Lisa Lamb was a medical student, just like Jalen Day, medical student. Kanika Jenkins had to been a medical student, taking some kind of trade for nurses. So Kendra Johnson mama filed $100 million lawsuit. So that means Teresa need to file an extra $50 million. Cause you know she need to file more than that. Cause you know what I'm saying, we got criminal charges. You know what I'm saying? It's so much with that girl K, man. They need to give her that $100 million and Crown Plaza. So we know the FBI had their hands into the Kendra Johnson case, and then in plus they took the man organs. And check this out. He had an injury on the right side of his jaw. And keep this in mind. What you call Jaylon Day had his jaw sawed out of his mouth. So if the autopsy said Jelani Day's mouth had been sawed out, it means somebody used tools. It wasn't no suicide. And it wasn't no goddamn and it wasn't no accident. If they knew his mouth was sawed out, they know what kind of tool it could possibly be. All you just got to do is look up surgical tools and see what kind of tools they would use. Cause you can't get Snoop no goddamn knife and tell him how to cut the mouth out. He'll mess everything up. You see what I'm talking about? They just like half of the people don't know how to get a real chicken, a live chicken, cut the head off, and cut all your white and dog meat, wings, and legs off of it. They don't know how to do that and cut it up to an 8 piece. You know what I'm talking about? You got 2 legs, 2 wings, 2 breasts, and 2 thighs. You see what I'm saying? So if you in this kind of field, you gotta think like the way they think. If I'm down with drug dealing, where I'm gonna need to sell my product at? I'm gonna need to sell it where everybody smoke it. Go to the neighborhood, to the corner stores, where everybody look for that bud. All right. If I'm in the killing business, where do I need to go to catch my body? Go to my ops territory. Boom, I'm in the ops territory, right? If I'm gonna have a drug house, where I'm gonna stash it at? Around in the neighborhood, where a lot of weed smokers at. So boom, if I'm in the order house, how I'm gonna stash my bill? So first of all, I need body parts. So I need to be friends with somebody that's director of the funeral home service and pay him upon the table before he get the embalming the body and for the funeral service for the family and see how much I can scavenge off the body, right? Not only that, if I'm really, really greedy with it, you'll have a body snatching ring. Like, like you will have a group of body snatchers, professional snatchers, right? You know what I'm saying? They could come to you, meet you at a bar or something like, oh, you can become one of their friends. They don't just up and just kidnap you. You could just be meeting the wrong person at the wrong time type shit. Yeah, meet my friend Andy. Yeah, Andy's pretty cool. Next thing you know, Andy like, yeah, man, you got to come on up here to my spot sometime, bro. Yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna do. Next thing you know, he give you a call, and next thing you know, you on your way to go holler at Andy. And next thing you know, you go over there at Andy's house, goddamn, and next thing you know, Andy got some friends that you don't even know. So you just knew you boy, you ain't got nothing going on. So you just getting out the house for a minute, you know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, you in these houses with these people, and next thing you know, everything turned left. You start having sips of drinks, and next thing you know, you get lightheaded and woozy. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, nobody don't know where you at. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, they can send a female to you. Hey, I think you kind of sexy. Can we change numbers? Yeah, ring, ring, ring. What is you doing? Let's go out on a date or something. You know what I'm saying? Go out on a date. You know what I'm talking about? Anything. You don't even know if a doctor, you don't even know what would be going on in the colleges, especially when it comes to samples and shit. What if just say like if you got a drug house and you got workers in your drug house, you want to make sure they ain't gonna be stealing your product, right? So you don't know who all in there stealing samples, her sample, see what's in somebody's DNA, do a blood reading. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what these professors do with all this information they be receiving. Now you done met you a college girl and anything you know you thinking she the one and all this. Y'all might go out on the dates a couple of times. Hell, you might even get a chance to fuck or anything. You know what I'm saying? Just to win you over. And next thing you know, yeah, you wanna come to a little get together. And next thing you know, you know what I'm saying, hooked up with her. She done took you somewhere. I be like, yeah, we finna go a friend my friend house. And next time you know, you over there with her friend. And she be like, hold on, baby, I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? And you think she might go to the bathroom and then next thing you know, you left her there with a bunch of men. Thinking them her uncles and you know what I'm saying? You think they family or you just think they, you know what I'm saying? Anybody. And next thing you know, and that's when they got you. I be thinking like that. Cause you know what I'm saying? The only crime we familiar with is robbery, murder, suicide murders, and you know what I'm saying? Theft, stealing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. We ain't usually hearing about no what's called got caught with 4 heads today. What? Yeah, you know, he got caught with 4 heads and 3 legs. Then they went up into the to the warehouse. They found about 20 more motherfuckers in there. See what I'm talking about? And then you gonna need a stash house to do your prepping, your dirty work. Like you need to find somebody that's crooked enough to let you use their funeral home. Or you might disguise the business as a pet shop. You know what I'm talking about? I'd be surprised if I just started going to a pet shop at night. You know what I'm talking about? A pet, you know what I'm talking about? And go over there and let me find out that motherfucker be open late night. You know what I'm talking about? Let me find out that motherfucker be open after hours and shit. Let me be finding out I be seeing little white trucks pull up and shit with no logos on it. And it could be body parts all in the dead body. You know what I'm talking about? You'll never know what I see this word is. Cause shit. When I was looking in the Google map, since they ain't never told nobody about how the river system worked, so I was looking at how the river system worked. So I was like, when I follow one river up to right here, right, gang, check this out. This what I found out what's going on with the earth. I never understood why, like you would have these little lakes like this and land be around it. Check this out. This coming to form like this. Like you got a river breaking through. All this is eating up the world. Man, this land used to be bigger than what it used to be. When you look at the water and watch how it travels, right? I didn't mean to do it like that, guy. Hold on. These rivers got this world like it's like it's like it's chipping American away a little bit. Damn, man, what the fuck? Let me find a good ass river for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. All this doing is cutting through the United States, right? And we know it's this how land gets separated through the river. Once you follow the rivers, they gonna break out to many other rivers, right? Then when you constantly trail these motherfuckers, look how it lead back to Grand Rapids. So that means the Eskimos could get they can get on their canoe and they can just get on their canoe and ride the current all the way down to Grand Rapids, Illinois. Right? This how people used to travel back in the day, because I was looking at the river system. I'm like, damn, nigga, you could use the river. If I want to travel right now, I could just use the river system and it's gonna take me anywhere I want to go in the United States. So I can take this river all the way down and it's gonna lead you anywhere you want to go. So shit. Cause check this out. Damn. Man, these folks be serious with the spamming, man. You know what I'm talking about? I done blocked this motherfucker about 100 times. What I'm talking about? I done blocked this per about 100 times for spamming and shit. So look, you can start from a river system from the bottom, right? See this? Now, I trace this river system. This gonna be the Mississippi River, I think. It gonna change to the Mississippi River. But watch this. If you trail this up, follow the river system, go up through Texas, right? Cause keep this in mind, you got Louisiana right here. You got Louisiana on this side and Texas on this side. This Texas right here, right? This Texas. This Louisiana on the other side of the river. See what I'm talking about? Right at the borderline. And you follow that river system all the way up. All the way up. We going into Louisiana right up in here. But it gonna come back over and cross Texas. So now we in the father of Texas going up this way. So we following Texas all the way up this way. Now we back into Louisiana. So now we coming up. Where we at now? Damn, I lost it. I lost it, y'all. Hold on. All right, right here. Right? Damn, I lost the game. Yeah, here you go. Boom. Right up in here, the river system. Now here go a little screen. This gonna be the screen. It just ain't that big of a river. Damn, I got lost, y'all. I need to bag up at this job. How far I made it up? Oh yeah, I made it up pretty far. Cause that motherfucker go all the way up to Missouri, all the way up to Chicago. Cause that whole drop from right here, right here, the river system. Illinois River. Then it turned in to the Mississippi River. See what I'm talking about? Then that junk go all the way down. So that man, Jelani, they would be floating all the way down here to the Mississippi River if he were drowning. And then when I looking at the area, that's probably how the Indians were getting around using these waterways. Cause look, you got Black Hawk, you know what I'm talking about? You gonna start seeing Indian lands and shit. Like Rock Creek. All these Indian names and shit. Then they come through cities. You know what I'm talking about? They come through cities. Fall Creek. And it's always gonna be hospitals. You know what I'm talking about? Hospitals nearby. When you look at how this works. See that? Y'all see what I'm talking about, guy? Like I was saying, that's what I think was going on in the world. The body obviously done got real. It's bigger than trafficking drugs. Cause it's a lot of people out here paying for the hearts and livers and kidneys and you know what I'm talking about. They paying good money for this shit. And then, especially when you read up on this about the doctors using pig hearts and all this shit. Hold on, y'all. So we know the FBI was involved in the Kendra Johnson case because you know what I'm saying about the kids. They found the man in the gym mat, rolled up in the gym mat, tightly. So I want to know how much they made off his organs since they stuffed his body with newspaper. Mm-mm. This person real boy. These family be getting on my nerve. And they be getting on my nerve, man. You know what I'm talking about? So now, whatever happened to that Alexis Word lady? The news didn't find that lady yet. All the Carnita. Some of these cases they ain't gonna try to solve it. You know what I'm talking about? So just think about how Rosemont did with Crown Plaza and what they did to the mom. Just think about the police, what they doing with the Jelani Day. They helping out somebody that got power that that's a higher up. They could be a professor or a doctor. You know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, I forgot all about my wrenches, y'all. I said I was gonna give out some wrenches then again. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna tell y'all why I had stopped giving wrenches. Because I started noticing that the ops would come in and would get to get to talking to my wrenches, right? To my moderator and try to make my moderators go against me and all this old shit. That's why y'all don't hear T Slay no more. You know what I'm talking about? Cause I'm trying to tell them, I'm like, man, look, y'all, they gonna see y'all moderators. It's gonna be I'm like, they gonna come to y'all trying to be y'all friends and all this old shit. So I had some moderators. And I started seeing them entertaining that bullshit. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Know what I'm talking about? You listening to an op, and I'm telling you they are op. I don't give a fuck what a person do, but I'm gonna let you know. I'm like, man, look, this person a op. They ain't cool. You ain't got to believe me, but I'm letting your ass know. So I'm seeing they bonding and everything. I'm like, damn, I said this the op. This is what they wanted. So next thing you know, I just get in the room. Next thing you know, you'll be all on the channel talking about, yeah, you can't trust nobody. You can't touch Tregang either. I'm like, what the dog? You know, you know how co-design used to come in the chat, used to always want to talk to everybody in the chat instead of me. Mm-hmm. And then look, and he used to always come in the chat talking to my moderator. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this shit. So next thing you know, the moderator link up with coke design, right? And they gonna try to come to me and tell me about the autopsy report. You can't touch Tregang. That footage been depicted. I'm like, see what happened when you listen to the ops? You done sit up there, yeah, the footage that's not nigga at all. Then I had to go back in and break down that whole goddamn autopsy report and what they mean about depicted. I ain't heard from them one day ass since. You see what I'm talking about? So, yeah, I was like, damn. And now a motherfucker like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, companies like, yeah, we finna stop. I guess they thought you gotta take my moderator and start your own channel and take over, right? And that shit backfired like a motherfucker. 'Cause I'm like, damn, now you over there stuck with the niggas that can't make content. They gonna say no name. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all just know a lot of motherfucker niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. They know who they is. They know who they is, goddammit. So I was like, man, look, because I told that person, I'm talking about, look, it didn't matter of fact, guess what's the cold game about it, y'all? Me and this person used to have long conversations over the phone, strictly about like autopsy reports. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about this person actually seeing me work. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, you remember Q Cloud too? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Man, look, you see what I'm talking about? Look, I remember all of them. I just be playing like I don't know what be going on and shit. So look, for another thing, like Q Cloud down on the John Q channel and shit, you know what I'm talking about? So it done got so crazy. I'm like, damn, they trying to shit me for my moderator. I see what's going on. Because I seen the tactic. Because they tried to come up with one of my other moderators gonna say, yeah, Tregang moderators turned their back on them. And try to get everybody like, damn, what's going on? The moderator trying to get back on Tregang, trying to start some little shit. And I'm like, what the hell they up to? It ain't that shit serious with me. And then the moderator, they start falling for it. You know what I'm talking about? And they'll be gone for a while, and then they'll pop back up and they'll pop up again talking about some how y'all. I said, man, y'all ain't no real goddamn it, you know what I'm talking about? Shit. Cause look, remember I can go back to my live right now and show y'all how the YouTube was coming in. Especially when I open up the platform. When I open up the platform and let them speak. Mm-hmm. Y'all see how they try to come to me and say, uh, there's not Kanika on the footage. They try to convince everybody there's not Kanika on the footage. And then they went on, then they try to pull up the Muck Rock John about the footage being depicted. Now, if they would have read the whole work, they had footage that depicted Kanika, and the rest of the 36-hour footage does not depict Kanika. So they figured they were going like the footage they said where the footage don't depict her at all. So that's not her walking in the hall. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, damn, did you read the whole goddamn report? They said if you want the footage that depicting her, pick this link. You know what I'm talking about? But if you want the whole 36-hour footage, I'm going to let you know that it's not going to depict Kanika footage. it don't the compete Kanika on the foot. See what I'm talking about? So I had that's why I was like, man, shit, that's why I was like, man, I really don't need no moderator. But then again, I be seeing some diehard people on here be wanting be moderators and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Cause she every time I had to get a moderator, I had to end up finding a cause of this shit. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want no two stabbing, no two fake motherfucker on my shit. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want no two fake motherfucker on my shit, Jack. You know what I'm talking about? That shit had got me so heavy because the first time when I made moderator, don't y'all remember when I started making moderators in the beginning and I was just making some the people that I seen that was in the JVK community all the time, I started making them moderators. And then I would make it, and then I didn't even know these people was the ops. And guess what they were doing on my live, right? When I had got the leather and shit, when I started breaking it down, they started blocking everybody in the comments. And I'm like, damn, why the comments so fucked up? You know what I'm talking about? So this shit was going on for like, it was like going on about a week or two. And I was like, damn, what the fuck going on? Because now I'm getting emails of people talking about, man, Tregang, why you block me? Why you block me? And I'm like, I ain't block you. You know, they're like, I'm blocked. And I'm like, damn. Then I started noticing, I ain't started seeing the certain people in a while. So I go to my block book, I got 1,000 motherfuckers on there, Jack. I said, oh my God, this where everybody at. They in the block section, goddamn it. And then they were thinking it's me and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they were doing that shit all in the groups and shit. Keep this in mind, they were doing this shit all in the groups, and I'm like, damn, I ain't just familiar with all this shit. You know, this shit new to me. You know what I'm saying? And then recently they were just in the chat duplicating y'all names so they confuse the chat. Now I'm looking at 3 and 4 Queen Loves in the chat. Then I'm seeing 5 and 6 Keisha Williams in the chat. I'm like, damn, which one it is? Man, we got to sit up here and look at the chat. Which one is the real goddamn it Cat and Breezy? And both of them in the chat. It's me, Tregang. It's me. Believe me. Then I got to say little cold words just to figure out which one is the real one and who the other is the opposite shit. Man, I ain't got time for this shit. That shit be making my head hurt like a motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? You see what I'm saying? That's what I said. Who would have time to even do that type of shit? So I was like, shit, you know what I'm talking about? I really just don't too much care about no wrenches and shit, but you know what I'm talking about? That shit be making me look bad sometimes, cause goddamn it, cause one day I was reading the comment, like, yeah, fuck them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, motherfucker blocking me and shit. I just said something, I was just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Trey ain't over there with the shit, he blocking everybody. I'm like, damn, I ain't even know. I was like, Future, I ain't even know it. Look, I'm all going live and shit like that. What all my other pal y'all unit is? They was in the block button, and I didn't even know it. I'm sitting up here asleep, you know what I'm saying? Dreaming about the pal y'all back like, damn, I got a couple of motherfuckers missing now, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't seen this person until this person had to make another account. Say, hey, this what you call? I just had to make a new page because them bitches done blocked both of my pages. They blocked my main page. They blocked my team page. Now I had to make a new one just to let you know, brother, what I done did. I said, damn. You went through all that to come back. Shit. And then one time keep this in mind, when I made the Facebook group, I leave the group alone for a couple of months and just let everybody just do their thing. Cause I thought making a Facebook group would be the spot so everybody can talk their shit and you know what I'm saying, get acquainted. Shit, I come back in that motherfucker, I'm like, man, what the hell? You got people talking about they running the group. I put them in charge and shit. And they the enforcers and they making rules. I come back, everybody in the block section. I'm like, damn, I know I had 100,000 members in here. Why is only 250 motherfuckers in here? I got more people on the block button than membership, goddamn it. Oh, damn. So that what made me start cutting back and shit. Cause I'm like, man, these folks, that shit was finna make me stop this shit. I'm like, man, I ain't got time for this shit, man. Man, you know what I'm talking about? My motherfucking email blowing up like a trap phone. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about, look, I'm riding around. I'm waiting on a very important call now. But I get a message. Ding, ding, ding. With red alert boxes on it. Hurry up, read now, read this now. I'm like, oh shit, this message got to be urgent. Heart pumping this shit, you know what I'm talking about. So I go read the text, they like, Tregang, you need to get in here fast, quick. They cutting up in the group. I'm like, what? Yeah, they fighting in the group like it's a real fight, like I'm finna just book and just actually see a damn fight. So I go over there on Facebook, I'm just hearing, look, I'm just reading all this shit. You big asshole, you motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about? It's going down in the chat. I'm like, God damn. I done had motherfuckers crying to me. Tregang, you know me. I'm taking K all the way. You know I've been here since day one, goddamn. And these motherfuckers gonna tell me that I ain't taking K? They wrong, man. And I'm like, be strong, brother. How you gonna let them tell you ain't JFK? All this dumb shit. You see what I'm talking about? Man, my folks got sick of that shit. Now I'm running around here, you know what I'm talking about? Look, now these folks got me, look, I done look. Man, that shit was so crazy to me, y'all. I swear, man, I was like, damn, I'm in a new world now. I was doing fine without my phone, you know what I'm talking about? But since I got into social media and shit, I'm into it with everybody in this motherfucker. But I said, damn, this shit here is a real game. I remember, look, this JPK community was like the game for real. Man, this shit like a real gang on the internet. Real talk. This the biggest internet gang I ever ran into. Shit. Yeah, man, I had to take a break. Man, I was like, man, I ain't got time for this shit, man. These folks hit me up and shit. I done had people hit me up. Tregang. I'm like, what's up, man? Man, why these motherfuckers kick me out the group? I'm like, shit, I done kicked all the outside the group. And I'm like, ain't no more option here. I do all the blocking. I'm like, what group that you in? Cause shit, you contacted me now. You still in the group, so how you block? No, I'm talking about your other group. I'm like, what other group? And yeah, man, there's another group, man. They be supporting you and all. I said, well, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. No, bro, I'm just saying they kicked me out the group. I let them tell them let me back in. Let you back in another the shit is. You know what I'm talking about? Get mad as fuck when they get kicked out of other groups and shit. But that's how strong they was. You know what I'm talking about? I had motherfuckers send me they work schedule. All right, Tregang, look, before you go live, this is my work schedule. I work these hours. Now look, if I get off at 6 o'clock, I might have to stay over 2 hours. But look, Man, I don't stay far from the job. It ain't nothing about a 35-minute drive. So can you please wait till least about 10:30 so I can put the kids to sleep so I can get my free time and watch you on the phone? I'm like, God damn. For real? You know what I'm talking about? Some me they whole work schedule. And then one time I got the depressing news ever. You know what I'm talking about? I done had one person like, ooh, Tregang, I'm so sorry you ain't been seeing me around lately, but I had to stop watching you and tend to my grandmama. And my grandmama just recently died. And I'm like, whoa, man. I said, man, I'm sorry about that, man. She was like, yeah, man. See, I'm a big fan, and my grandmama was a big fan. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, the reason why I ain't been on your channel, we ain't been on your channel, because she died, and then we had to get rid of we had to get do the funeral home and all this stuff to prep her to put her in the dirt. And she was like, we already had the funeral and everything back to normal. So I can catch up now. Man, I'm like, damn, you know what I'm talking about? I'm like, that shit getting real crazy. I had a motherfucker shout out to the super chat. I had people look. I had a nigga hit me up. Man, Trey guy, look. I was your number one from day one, bro. I was just following you about for 2 months, and I got locked up. I'm out now, bro. Matter of fact, I just got out yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still on this shit. I'm gonna catch up now, bro. I'll let you later. I said, damn. This shit started turning like Bruce Almighty in the comments of my Gmail. For real, I done had special requests and this shit. Was like, yeah, Trey, can you look into my Uncle Snoop Snoop? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he been hit on the north side, and I think it's them niggas over there. Can you look and see what you can pull up? I sure can, goddamn it. Pull Google Maps quick. Yeah, y'all got any alleys over there, goddamn it? Yeah, we got alleys. How tall them fish? Yeah, okay. Shit, what the pause and shit? Yeah. Yeah, you stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell everybody, let you know what I found out. Shit, I looked in one of my inbox. I had the police in there. Told me I better cut it out. You know what I'm talking about? That's all I'm saying, gang. But let me give out some of these wrenches right quick. Cause I know y'all be wanting them motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about? Who been nice to me, goddamn? Let me see who all been down with me since day one. Let me see where y'all live. Where y'all live? Let me see where y'all live. Hold on. Let me go on my other device. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Alright, I'm looking in the comments, goddamn. I'm trying to see. But man, look. Cause check this out. I'm gonna need some loyal motherfuckers now. You know what I'm saying? All I just ask, man, you know what I'm saying? Just keep the ops out. You know what I'm talking about? I don't like nobody that be entertaining the ops. Just keep them out. You know what I'm talking about? I want a moderator that know how to spot a op, goddamn it. I want a moderator that know how to spot a op. Even when the op come in, that motherfucker talk about some pay out, Jack. In this bitch. Yeah, get your thunder boot ass over there. We gonna, you know what I'm talking about? Man. Let me see, goddamn it. Got one though. I need some more, guy. See what's going on, guy. Make it look through. Right. Make some of y'all, some of these motherfuckers. Some of y'all got that. Woo-hoo! I know some of y'all at work and shit too. Come on. Let me see. I'm trying to find some people that hit my cash app. I'm gonna make them some moderators too. The one that be hit my cash app too. I'm trying to run them out. I don't see them. They probably be at work right now. But it's a lot of y'all ain't in here right now though. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see. Hold on, girl. Hold on, y'all. I ain't through giving out wrenches. I got a few more wrenches I can give out, y'all. Know what I'm talking about? I got a few more I'm finna give out in a minute. I got a few. I got a few I'm trying to give out right now. Hold on, y'all. So this what I was gonna do. I was going, you know what I'm saying, with the people that I'm gonna make wrenches, I'm trying to give y'all the opportunity to how I need to do it, make your own sticker or something. I need to make a payout sticker. You know what I'm talking about? Have the payout game, the payout enforcers, you know what I'm talking about? And the Thundercats. Yeah, we need to start our own organization right now, goddammit. Yeah, because I'm finna bring out the payout Bible. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have a whole goddamn creed on this shit. Yeah, you gonna have to rip this shit to the fullest. Hold on. Yeah, we finna make this shit like yeah, we finna be strong. We finna be the strongest organization. You know what I'm talking about? Straight like that, Jack. Appreciate the super chat, gang. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the cash app and the people that give me cash app too. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate you buying your boy riding a brew. So so check this out. I'm gonna need some die-hard motherfuckers. They gonna goddamn it. They gonna hold this goddamn chat down because y'all know sometimes I don't be reading the chat and I might miss some things. You know what I'm talking about? I might be missing some things in the chat, or sometimes I might be reading the chat wrong. Cause sometimes somebody was talking in the chat. I thought they were talking about me. I started blocking this shit. One time I got so mad I started blocking everybody on this motherfucker. Started to go live and goddamn it, and everybody that hit their comment, I was gonna automatically block their ass. Just because I was in my goddamn feelings. Yeah, I said, I had enough of this shit. Let me go live and solve all this shit right now. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. One time, y'all don't know this, but one time I had got in my goddamn feelings and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I threw the little phone I had, I threw that mug against the wall. I man, fuck this shit. I said, I ain't gonna tell these motherfuckers nothing else. Yeah, I'm all around, I'm all around the family and shit. They like, man, what's wrong with you? I don't even want to talk about this shit. They be like, damn, you act like you mad at the world. Shit, I ain't. I'm trying to tell them what's going on. Notification still going off. Ding, 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 ding. Tregang, leave me down, leave me down. I'm like, you see this shit? You see what the fuck I'm going through? Phone jumping. Goddamn, couldn't even keep a full charge of battery. You know what I'm talking about? And oh, you talk about pictures? Boy, I got so many blurry pictures. I believe I would give them all first. Tregang, you is not gonna believe this shit. I'm like, what? Man, you ain't gonna believe this shit. I got something for you. I'm like, what? You got it? Man, I got the picture. I'm like, man, you need to send that junk to me. Man, that mother had me all day. Look, check this out. I'm at work right now, Tregang. I get out around about 12 midnight. I'm like, well, damn, it's 12 in the morning. Yeah, well, it's gonna be later on. I'm like, well, shit, what is on it? Can't tell you right now. But once you see it, oh yeah, it's gonna hit home. I'm like, shit, now I'm waiting on this goddamn picture, thinking about this picture all fucking day. I gotta wait on this motherfucker getting out work and shit. So I'm sending little friendly texts and shit. How's your day at work? Don't work hard, you work smart. Just thinking about our conversation, you know what I'm talking about? Ready for this shit. Yeah, and then next thing you know, I get a text message in the middle of the midnight, goddamn, a blurry ass image. I don't even know where this shit even come from. With a whole bunch of circles in there. You go one circle, like, there go the hand. Here go another circle on the other side of the photo. There go the foot over there. And then they gonna tell me then you can see him standing over her. And then point somewhere on the other picture, here go the murder weapon down there. And then you point at another part of the picture, you talking about, but you see that face right there? That face looking dead at you when you looking at the picture. Now I'm really getting nervous, like, what's else in this motherfucker? Goddamn, the boogeyman? You showed me one picture and this shit got all this in it. Yeah, if you even look more close, you gonna see 8, 9 more motherfuckers in there. I said, damn, what else? Shit. Let you tell it, goddamn, it's going down in this picture. And then Tregang, not only that, and guess that's what you need to do. Fold it up into an airplane and fly that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Now I'm really mad at the motherfucker. You mean I waited all day for this? Man, I said, man, I got a phone full of images right now. This is the last thing I need. Yeah, man, that's how phone was in my comments and shit. Shit. I I had motherfuckers sending me videos of their kids and shit. Pay out, Jack. Yeah, Junior just want to send you a say it, Junior. You know, look. Since the mama's so big a fan, she got the little kids in on the shit. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all say pay out. You know what I'm talking about? Man, that shit got me in tears. You know what I'm saying? But I love that minute that shit, man, because that what kept me on my P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? That helped me identify ops and all that old shit. I was like, shit. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right. Hold on, guys. All right. See what's going on. There be a lot of y'all up in it, motherfucker. You know, I know that much. There be a lot of y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I still got some more rent. Hold on, I did. I just did. Hold on. Y'all don't see it yet, goddamn it? I'm gonna make y'all in the ring right now, goddamn it. I be stalking page if needed be. Uh-oh, you just earned you a wrench. Yeah, you just earned you one, goddamn, because I need all this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I need all this shit. Man, y'all so crazy, you know what I'm talking about? Alright. Hold on. Alright. Alright, I got some of y'all some wrenches. I got some more that I'm gonna pass out too, gang. You know what I'm talking about? Man. Hold on, gang. Alright. That's what I'm trying to see. What the rest of y'all let? Y'all need to pop out the goddamn bag on me. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate that, Leander. for the cash out, Linda. Appreciate that, Linda, for the cash out. Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. Give me one second. I'll be right back. All right, check this. Look, check this out right now. Yeah, what red bone there? I ain't see red bone. Yeah, that's why I said red bone not in this job for me to get her one. I can't get her one if she ain't in this job. Yeah, red bone cool. You know what I'm talking about? Cause yeah, y'all, I'm finna go and make this. I'm finna go and this finna be the number one crime investigating channel in the world. I guarantee you that. Cause we finna I was thinking, I was like, man, I'm finna make this channel this channel finna be about making a difference, man. We finna take on all murder cases. All murder cases. I want all files laying on the desk, goddammit. And we finna solve all this shit. Cause keep this in mind. I did a lot of research. You know what I'm talking about? Fred ain't in here. You know what I'm talking about? Fred ain't even in here. He got to be here for me to do this. You know what I'm talking about? So I was doing a lot of research on mortuary sciences and stuff. So I know I'm kind of good when it comes to a body, when it comes to the 5 stages of death, timeline, collecting evidence, video, forensic analysis. You know what I'm talking about? I can tell if it's gonna be a glitch or an edit. You don't need no expert at this shit. You know what I'm talking about? And plus, y'all, I was thinking, look, y'all, this is what I was thinking. Y'all remember I told y'all I talked to a private investigator, right? So the private investigator told me this here. He said, well, I told him, I said, man, look, how much you would charge if I need you like on any other case? Cause I was like, man, I'm thinking about changing my channel into like an investigative channel. So I was like, shit. I said, man, any case that I might want to investigate on, you know what I'm saying? Any case I might investigate on, I'm gonna need you on standby. So what would I need to do if I want to take on some cases and just say, Mama needs your skills and shit, you know what I'm saying? So we came to agreement. It's like a standby lawyer and shit. Real talk. Cause I was like, I'm gonna take on the cases, you know what I'm saying, and try to solve as many cases I can solve. You know what I'm talking about? In case I might run into one of these rocky kind of cases, it'd be hard to figure out. like the Samaya Richardson story, the girl that got locked up in Malibu, California, in the restaurant called the police on her, right? And the police picked her up, and they ain't had no choice but to lock her up. Well, they should have locked her up because she was mentally ill. You see what I'm talking about? And she really didn't commit no charge. All thing she did was ate some food that she didn't pay for, cause she might have missed her medication, or her brain was off or some shit. But she ended up being released from the jail at 1 something in the morning, and ended up missing and found with her goddamn body, you know what I'm saying, decapitated. See, it's murder cases that the actual suspect sometimes can be crooked police officers. Cause look, y'all guess what I learned? I didn't know it was a police that work on the Chicago police force that goes around and harass trainees. What he do, he go get the trainees locked up, right? So he get the trainees locked up, and then he take them to jail and put them in the special cell, and then he go around in the cell and turn around and rape them. You don't believe me? Man, I can pull this shit up right now. Police commit suicide. He was raping gay dudes in jail. Then he got sued for it. Know what I'm talking about? And check this out. This one thing I learned too. The police and other police agencies, they beefing with each other like gang members. Y'all just didn't see them two police shot each other. One police killed a detective. Y'all didn't see that shit? Because the detective stole his gun or some shit. Whatever the fuck the case may be, the detective ended up having a shootout with his coworker. Y'all didn't see that shit? So that's why I asked the private investigator. I'm like, man, look, when I get in these murder cases, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be paying his ass to do that little research. Cause he was like, cause check this out. I really want to go to Rosemont so bad. I really want to go to Crown Plaza bad, the motherfucker. To be honest with you, I just want to go in that hotel and just feel the vibe. You know what I'm talking about? I just want to go in that room and I just want to walk those halls myself. You know what I'm talking about? I want to physically see this shit with my eyes instead of on the computer screen. You know what I'm talking about? Cause you might walk around in that hotel, man, that motherfucker might be built different on the inside. You see what I'm saying? You never know that shit, right? Cause Cause I found out some of the police they beefing with other precincts. Hold on, let me see. Can I find that police that they was shooting like a motherfucker? Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Hold on. Police shoot off duty detectives.
According to Etsy.com, police shoes, police sneaker, police lover tennis shoe, custom shoe, mom dad child shoe and by Jose.
Say shit about no police shoes. Police shoe detective.
I pulled up the latest for police shoot detective. From New York Daily News, off-duty NYPD detective fatally shoots himself in Queens home. From CBS News on MSN.com, Maywood police want to find vehicle involved in shooting death of one-time basketball star. From Sacramento Bee, video shows Sacramento police shoot homeless man advancing with hands under a blanket.
Oh no. I gotta pull it up on YouTube, gang. Hold on. I got to find it. Here we go, gang.
Didi es la app de movilidad más usada en México. Hoy me voy en...
Here we go, right here, gang. Now this the police shooting. This the police and the detective fighting each other. Look, he jumped. Boom. Here we go, gang. Check this out. This gonna be from the other body camera. So it's a detective. It's a detective fighting with his coworker right here, right? So they fighting about something. They was in the same police car. So they ended up shooting at each other. You see that shit? These folks, what was going on in the patrol car? Two police. And they stopped the patrol car and get out and shooting at each other, man. Man, that workforce got to be a motherfucker. He finna blow his ass off. And look, and he got on gloves, latex gloves. So when you think about that, he got his latex gloves on, right? Watch this shit, gang.
Hey, what? Hey, relax.
So you got to think about why he got latex gloves on already. What were they into? Then when you read, what was this all about? Right? Kansas City. Officer shooting a man 3 times after he allegedly stole an officer gun during the struggle. Police said the suspect, who worked for Kansas City Police Department as a detective for 13 years before being fired for multiple violations occurring with two officers responding to a call about man standing in the middle of the road pointing at the sky. Womack appeared rushed towards one of the officer's vehicles, then towards the squad car ride. While trying to defuse the situation, the officer pulled out his gun and feared that Womack has a weapon. Womack apparently rushed the officer and allegedly stole his gun. After a struggle, the officer then fired 3 rounds at Womack, striking him twice. See what I'm talking about? That shit cold game, Jack. He finna blow his ass off. Damn. But yeah, pay y'all game. I'm gonna go get on up about this junk, y'all. I've been laughing too long, goddamn it. On time. Yeah, I've been lying too long, goddamn it. Yeah, appreciate all the super chat. Appreciate the cash out game too, y'all. Buy your boy around the groove. You know what I'm talking about? I got some more riches I'ma pass out too. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm gonna get on up out of here, y'all. Man, y'all be cool. Man, y'all be safe, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Tregang gonna get on up out this channel. I'm gonna go live later on tonight. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna go live later on and down there open up. I should open up the platform. What y'all think I do? Open up that platform? What y'all think?